New York Jets linebacker Darron Lee has been arrested and charged with killing his girlfriend.
Investigators say Lee claimed Gabriella Perpetual slipped and fell in the shower while he was sleeping inside their Uoltewah home.
Gabriella Perpetual was found with a broken neck, a severe brain injury, wounds, and bite marks on her body.
Wow! He said she fell in the shower, y'all. That shower is dangerous. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. You know what I'm saying? Mama likes to know where her watchers are. Okay. And also, if you see it, if you happen to see the hype button, just go on and just, give it a tease, give it a little tap, a little love tap. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Mama's trying to get into the algorithm. Ow. Hey, because it hates me right now and I don't know why. But I found something interesting and hilarious. Not hilarious, because sad. But there is this former NFL player who was charged with, you guessed it, murder. And so apparently it's the former New York Jets. And also apparently he played for the Chiefs at some point too. His girlfriend, because, he didn't even bother to marry her before he took her off the planet and sent her to the nether realms. The least you could have done, sir. You know what? I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. Okay. Not that marrying him would have been a prize, because clearly not. Okay. She was murked in a mysterious way. It was the strangest thing. He said she fell in the shower. Remember that I said that. Okay. We're going to watch a couple clips of, kind of letting us know what is going on with this. And Mama's going to commentary as Mama do. Okay.
Once considered one of football's most promising young defenders, now charged with murder tonight. Authorities in Tennessee say one-time New York Jets linebacker Darron Lee has been arrested and charged with killing his girlfriend. News Nation's Leah Lando is live tonight breaking down the case and what the former defensive star is facing now.
Yeah,
Leah.
what's he facing?
Natasha, Darron Lee is charged with first-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend. Her identity is not being released, and police say that he was arrested Thursday in Tennessee. Officials say when they arrived at the scene, they did try to save the victim, but they say,
look at this. Look how sad he looks. He clearly is innocent. Just keep watching. Keep watching. Okay.
they were unsuccessful. The 31-year-old former Ohio State linebacker played with the Jets, Kansas City, and Buffalo. That was from 2016 through 2020. Lee was a standout at Ohio State. He went on to play 58 games with the Jets, the Chiefs, and the Buffalo Bills before leaving the league. He was also named defensive MVP of the 2015 Sugar Bowl.
Okay.
Court records show he was previously arrested in 2023 on assault and domestic violence charges. Now,
domestic assault charges. Does that mean he was beating on his girlfriend or something? Is that what that means? Okay. Okay. She fell in the shower. Sir, she fell in the shower. Okay. We'll see. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Just hold tight.
Thursday, he was charged with murder, tampering with evidence, and police say more charges could be pending related to the death of his girlfriend as the investigation is ongoing, and he is due back in court February 11th. Natasha.
Okay. Now, so February 11th, he had to go to court. Let's check out some of that footage. Let's see how it went. Let's see what we can learn from his little court hearing. Let's see what details come out that may or may not sway us to know that he ain't shit. Let's see if there's something there. It may not be. Mama might just be crazy, Mama don't know what she talking about. Just don't pay me no mind. Let's just see what it is.
Thank you for watching. A Hamilton County judge denied bond for the former NFL player facing a murder charge in the death of his girlfriend. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. This is Darron Lee, you're about to see, walking into court for the first time since deputies charged him with the murder of Gabriella Perpetuo.
Darron, you should have got a haircut before you did all this. I'm just saying. You look terrible for your court hearing. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, okay? But go ahead.
Local 3's Madison Sims has been following the case since his arrest last week. She has new details from the detective.
Cindy, we want to warn viewers that some of the details might be hard to hear.
Yeah.
The Hamilton County Sheriff's Detective Brian Lockhart says Gabriella Perpetua was found with a broken neck, a severe brain injury, stab wounds, and bite marks on her body.
Wow. That shower is dangerous. He says she fell in the shower. He says she fell in the shower, y'all. That shower is dangerous. It gets worse. It gets worse. Just hold tight. Hold tight. It got worse. It got worse. It got worse. Go ahead. Go ahead. Cute dress, too.
The microwave was shattered. There was glass everywhere. There was alcoholic bottles everywhere in the house. When you go upstairs, it was just... they were moving in, but it was just in disarray.
The chaotic scene inside an Ooltewah home was painted in detail for a Hamilton County judge Wednesday morning, as former NFL player Darron Lee made his first court appearance since his arrest. Prosecutors called Detective Brian Lockhart to the stand, asking him to describe the crime scene.
Mr. Lee was inside the residence. They asked him to step outside. They noticed blood on several walls.
Investigators say Lee claimed Gabriella Perpetua slipped and fell in the shower while he was sleeping inside their Uoltewah home. But Detective Lockhart said the scene told a different story.
There was blood going up the staircase on the hand railing. There was blood on the walls. There was blood on the floor in the living room. There was blood in the floor in the hallway upstairs. There was blood in just about every room except for, I believe, one room we didn't find any blood in.
Deputies also noticed cleaning products out of place.
There was Clorox wipes out of the package, out of the actual plastic container on the floor. There was, you can see the cleanup where there was swipes and wipes.
In court, District Attorney General Cody Womp said the state could seek the death penalty, arguing Lee's prior felony convictions and the nature of the crime make him eligible.
We could present that evidence to a jury. They could use that evidence to find that the proper punishment for Mr. Lee is death.
Oh,
Lee was convicted.
Lee, they are going to put you away until they kill you. That's what they said. They're going to pull that switch and go, goose, goose. You likes to hit the ladies, huh? You likes to, don't you? You like that, don't you? That. What does that mean about you? You got them Daryl Brooks ears, them quarters. You got them quarter ears, look like quarters. Little quarter, okay? Thick ass. Oh my God, I can't. I just can't with you. I can't with you. And this is what is such a problem. This is a problem. You already hitting the girls, hitting women, trying to, assert your authority over other humans, okay? Especially the ones that are smaller than you, apparently. And then you just keep going, and you keep going, and then you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and you do it every time, and you do it to everybody until you just decide you just gonna kill somebody, okay? You can't call it an accident when you're constantly doing the thing that leads to death. If you're constantly doing something that could lead to death, every other person you put your hands on that didn't die, that was just luck that they didn't die. You just kept getting lucky. You weren't not a killer back then. You just were lucky that they didn't die. And now you're not lucky. Fate has decided that weird fucking smirk and them quarter ears of yours need to go to prison. And the justice system said we're going to put a switch and make a thing go. That's what we're going to do. Okay? That's what we're going to do. And if you got a family around you and they feel like, oh, he's not a bad guy. You have domestic assault charges before. They know about it. Ain't no way in the world your family don't know about it. So if they know about it and now this has happened, they should be literally exclusively just concerned about this woman and her family. Because if anybody was going to be able to stop you from doing anything, it would have been your own family. And that's that on that. Like if that, they probably wouldn't have, but at least they could distance themselves from you when they knew you were doing it. You know what I'm saying? To hold you accountable in some way, that you lose something for this activity that you are doing, this thing that you are doing. But no, if I had to guess, I can't say for sure, but if I had to guess, how it usually is they basically say, it's not that big a deal. It wasn't really nothing, because that's what he tell you and you choose to believe him. But whatever. As you can see, I'm agitated as hell. Agitated. This is agitating, okay? It just is. All right, but go ahead, listen.
Did in Florida of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in 2023.
Oh.
Did in Florida of
Proper punishment for Mr. Lee is death.
Lee was convicted in Florida of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in 2023. And he took a plea in Ohio in a domestic assault case in 2024. By the end of the hearing, the judge made it clear Lee will not be going anywhere.
The proof is evident and the presumption is great. So Mr. Lee will remain on a no bond.
Lee will remain at the Hamilton County Jail, and his preliminary hearing will be March 9th.
Oh, how the turntables, sir. You had all that money. You was getting all, you had made it. You did all that practicing. You practiced football every day. You did all this hard work to get to this place in your life just for you to be a girlfriend beater like this. You know, you didn't actually have to go to college for that. You didn't have to go to practice for that. You didn't have to wake up early and go practice for that. You didn't have to, you could just have just been a woman beater. You didn't even have to do all of that. Like, if that's what you was planning to do, you didn't need all this extra to do it. I'm just saying you may have wasted a lot of energy, because now look at you. They are trying to execute you. You know how rarely it is that they try to execute people now in this country? It's so rare. And here you are. They're going to make a nice little example out of you. That is crazy. She fell. They also said the microwave was broken, which I thought was hilarious. Because how in the fuck did the microwave, like, who takes a shower with the microwave? Like, I mean, because he said she fell in the shower, so she must have fell in the microwave in the shower. She must have fell in the shower microwave. I don't know. How do you explain all this? How do you do it? You know what I'm saying? They also said that they were moving in or something. So I know that relocating can be a very stressful thing. It could be a super stressful thing, is moving. That's why people hate moving, you know, unless they have the money to hire movers where they don't have to do shit. Whatever, dog. Look, now here you are, off to the no place, to the upside down.
Thank you for watching. A former NFL player is charged with murdering a woman in Uoltewah last week. The suspect is identified as Darron Lee. Last night, the family identified the victim as Gabriella Carvalho Perpetuo. Darron Lee is a former Ohio State linebacker who went on to play for the New York Jets and Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL. He was charged with first-degree murder after Perpetuo, who was said to be his girlfriend, was found dead in their Uoltewah home last Thursday.
Now we have more about the victim's identity and what investigators found inside the crime scene. Local 3's Madison Sims brings us the latest.
29-year-old Gabriella Carvalho Perpetuo and her former NFL boyfriend Darron Lee only lived in this Uoltewah neighborhood for a few weeks. The couple was so new that neighbors say they didn't even know their names.
They just moved in like 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago. I didn't know their names, and the owner of the house lives in North Carolina, so it was a rental house.
Thursday evening, Hamilton County Sheriff's deputies received a call for CPR in progress at an
Oh my God, this is a rental, y'all. This is a rental house. These people that went to rent this house, and now there has been a death, a murder that happened in it. Now it's a murder house. I would be so pissed. I would be so pissed. Well, you don't have to disclose that though, but it's going to be a famous one, so everybody's going to know. You know how hard it's going to be to sell this house now? Oh my God. The owner needs to sue his family. Something need to happen. Because what the fuck? Oh my God, that's crazy.
Uoltewah home. When they arrived, they found 29-year-old Gabriella Carvalho Perpetuo unconscious, a bite mark on her shoulder, bruises all over, and a stab wound to the abdomen.
He bit her? That is the strangest thing. That's a thing, I guess, that they do now. Like, guys will bite you when they're mad at you. That is some bitch activity if I have ever known bitch activity. Do you know how aggressive that is for a guy to bite you when he's mad? Like, not you know, I mean, there may be times where that may be fine, but there are times like when just imagine your boyfriend or your husband is mad at you and you're a lady, or I guess like a gentleman, it doesn't matter. And he's mad at you and he bites you aggressively, like, you know, I would be terrified. Just maybe that's just me, but that sounds absolutely petrifying, okay?
Her boyfriend, former first-round draft pick Darron Lee, told officers Perpetuo may have fallen in the shower. But investigators found broken glass in the kitchen, blood spattered throughout the house, and cleaning supplies in, quote, abnormal places. As deputies collected Lee's clothes, they found he had facial injuries and wounds to his hands and chest, evidence consistent with a violent altercation. Investigators also found alcohol, narcotics, and a firearm inside the home. Lee was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence.
How in the world she got a wound in her abdomen and she fell in the shower? Oh man, well, I mean, I guess if she fell in the shower, no, still that don't make no sense. Like that's the craziest thing. Why not just say somebody broke in? Like that's it. Don't it seem like that would be more of the play? Somebody broke in. In fact, we were hearing noises when we moved in. And she thought that she heard something in the attic. But I told her it's nothing in there. Nobody's up there. Don't worry about it. And then like we woke up and then there was the attic door thing was down. And then, you know what I'm saying? Make up a attic, you know, hermit or whatever, you know. But don't say she fell in the shower. Why is the microwave broken with blood in it? What did he hit her with the microwave? Slid her down the stairs? Jesus Christ. You know what? And that's why they trying to give you that pull switch, make you go zzz. That's why they want to do that. That's a lot. That's a lot to be doing.
And is currently being held at the Hamilton County Detention Center. Perpetuo leaves behind 2 sets of parents and a sister. A spokesperson from the Perpetuo family says they're committed to seeking truth and accountability.
And they're going to have it too, along with your ass, sir. That is crazy, bro. Darron Lee. She was 29 years old. Gabriela Carvalho Perpetuo. Rest in peace. That shit is crazy, bro. If you were with a guy and he has ever put his hands on a girl in aggression and you choose to stay and he knows that you know that he did that, you said by staying, you have said that you are okay with that and that at least one time he can get away with doing that shit to you. He knows that your tolerance level is at least at 2, which means he can get away with it one time. He may not know if he can get away with it twice. It depends on how you respond the first time, but he knows that you will probably let him get away with it once. Like if I met a guy and I found out that he had beat up his girlfriend before and had charges for whooping her ass, hell motherfucking no. There ain't an excuse in the world aside from you's a coward ass and you don't know how to handle nothing. And the first thing you think, you's a bully at best. You is a bully and I don't like bullies, period, of any type, girls or guys. So you's a bully. That makes you a bully. You know what I'm saying? Same thing as if you beat up your kids. You's a bully. That's a bully. Like if you, I ain't talking about like, you know, like punishment, like, you know, spankings and shit like that. I'm talking about if you is like an abuser, like one of them people who fling your kids around, hit them in the face and shit like that. Like hell motherfucking no. You's a bully. You's a bully. And so hell no. But I'll be keeping an eye on this because that sounds crazy, bro. It sounds crazy, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if they get to give them the shock shackles, you know, or not. Yeah, put it in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from, what you think about this story. And I will holler at you on the next one. Y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. It don't even sound like a fun thing to do. No. Okay? Just no. But mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh. Peace.